What's up, Gemini? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting February 17th, 2025. Gemini, I hope all is well. Did you guys see those Eagles kick those Chiefs behind? Go Eagles, those are my boys. Anyway, hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day as well. Wow. So yes, this week I'm using the, what am I using? The Rhythm and Soul Tarot to deliver your messages. Gemini, not reading any reversals here. Just going to cleanse the energies here from Dawn Taurus's messages. And then we shall begin with your messages. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to throw a little surprise for you, as I did with the other videos that I have already recorded. See how that pans out for you and see if it works. And if so, you know, I'll continue to use that energy in the future. Anyway, what's coming up for Gemini this week? What does Gemini have to look forward to? What's the potential energy for my twins? All right, so let's cut the deck here, Gemini, and begin your messages without further ado. And by the way, this creator here has renamed the elements here, and you'll find out shortly what I mean. All right, so the first card of energy for you, Gemini, we're going to start off with the Eon. The Eon is the awakening card, okay? Things hidden in the dark come to the light. Some things that you discover about yourself that you didn't know before could be positive or negative. Some things that you discover about others could be positive or negative. But there is an element of energy of spiritual protection for you, Gemini, this week. That's always with the awakening card, right? Making sure, though, however, that you are always maintaining an aspect of positive energy towards yourself and also towards others, because this is still the card of karma, you know, so you don't want to deal with anything, especially if it's negative. You don't want to deal with that, all right, because it will pay you back. It may not come when you think, but it will come when you least expect it. Anyway, so that's the Eon, and this also, too, I've been reading the Awakening card as, you know, being woke, waking up to something and processing something, moving forward. So there may be some Geminis that I'm reading for who are, you know, doing something this week specifically that they have, you know, like I said in the other video, I don't like to use the word that they slept on. Maybe, you know, the timing for you wasn't right. So the energy wasn't right for you to move or, you know, process whatever it is that you wanted to do. Now the timing and the process is right for you. So moving forward with that energy for some of you, possibly. All right, following the Eon card here, now we have the Nine of Blues. Nine of Blues is the Nine of Cups, okay? So the blues is representing the cups from this creator. So this is wish fulfillment here, Gemini. What you're wishing for, what you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for, may manifest and come to you this week. It's the yes answer to all romantic questions. However, it is not an even number of cups, but on a scale, on an emotional scale, what you put out there is what you're going to get back in return. Also, too, I equate the Nine of Cups with the energy of the Star card. So hopes, wishes, and dreams, again, becoming manifested for you. Also, social media, social networking. All right, so that's the Nine of Cups. Up next here, after the Nine of Cups. Oh, and by the way, the Nine of Cups just so happens to be in the group of cards that I always say, if it shows up here in your reading, that you are already receiving some sort of emotional satisfaction, fulfillment, and contentment from those connections that you had, whether or not it's, you know, from family, from friends, romantic partners. Up next now we have the Eight of Blues. Eight of Blues is simply my card of no drama. So this is a no drama week for Gemini. You're moving away from whatever created some sort of drama for you last week. You're not dealing with it this week. Simply put, the back is to these, whatever they got down here representing cups, planners, pots, or whatever. Your energy is looking forward and going up that trail. Up next now we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Roots. And this is anyone who may be offered a job this week. This is one of my financial independent cards. Either you are striving to be or you already are. So it could be contract, you know, work. Attributes of this card could be how others view you, you know, always there for them, or reliant, stable, steady. These people are good money handlers. That attributes could be extended out to you as well, Gemini, in terms of being a good money handler. All right, so that's the Knight of Pentacles. Up next now we have the Star card. The actual Star card shows up here, Major Arcana. So again, we already have the Nine of Cups here. Now we have a double dose of that energy. So whatever it is that you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for, Gemini, definitely may come to you this week. This is always staying hopeful, always wishing. Could be any energies related to dreaming, dream journaling, any types of psychic energies being enhanced or developed. Could meet somebody famous, and we go through that whole social media, social networking energy again, whatever your favorite social media energies are. And that could be an engagement and, looking for work, just staying in contact with family members, friends, romantic partners, looking for love, and so forth. Could be anything business related as well. Stay focused on one or two things this week here, because I always assign that the stars that are scattered in the heaven is energy, and you don't want to feel like you're here, there, and all over the place. Following the Major Arcana, the Star here for you, Gemini, now we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Axes. Axes represent swords. All right, you're not blindfolded, you're not feeling trapped, but you could be worried about something, could be increasing some type of anxiety, concerns, fears over something specific that you're dealing with. And I always say, if the Eight of Swords shows up in your spread, because this Eight of Swords always has a tendency to be tricky at times, so you got to be careful. If you're dealing with the Eight of Swords energies, of course, deal with it to reduce whatever conflicting energies that you may be dealing with, but also to be very, very mindful of not to, infiltrate your mind with unnecessary events that have yet to occur, if you follow me, okay? So, and then putting an end result to that situation. So, if it's real, yes, deal with it. If it's not, then don't put any energy into something that has not occurred or will not ever occur. And if it does occur, it never seems to turn out the way that you may have played it out in your mind. So that's what I mean, that it can be tricky at times. Also, I read the Eight of Axes could be a break of communication with family members, friends, or romantic partners. Let's see. Let's throw a clarifier. Why is that Eight of Swords here? I didn't think I needed to, but let me just throw one just to be consistent here. Why is the Eight of Swords? Why did the Eight of Swords show up here for Gemini? What are they specifically dealing with? Okay, now if a court card shows up here, then it's a person, or it could just represent you. And no, the card that fell out here, I don't know if you've seen it, is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles here, someone is worried or upset, nervous about their finances. Could be worried or upset or nervous about a pay raise that they are looking forward to. Could be nervous or upset about someone that you're having an affair with in the workplace environment. So several messages that could come out of this here. Three of Pentacles on top of the Eight of Swords in terms of clarification. So yeah, someone's worried about their money. Someone's worried about a pay raise. Someone's worried about, could be nervous of being introduced to somebody new. Now that could be romantic, that could be business, platonic friendships. All right. All right, so following the Three of Pentacles here, now we have the Queen of Jazz. Queen of Jazz is simply the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Wands here, in this instance, Gemini, you're attracting something towards you, or, you're moving towards it, or it's moving towards you. Very passionate, very intense. She can express herself in a sexual way as well, and that's usually positive, but she's usually focused on something or she's focused on something or someone, and normally she goes after whatever it is that she's focused on. For any Gemini out there who is creative or artistic, she's sitting there before a piano, so it could be Geminis that I'm reading for that are musically inclined. She sends in that energy to help you along the way with your creative pursuits. Okay, following the Queen of Jazz, now we have the Lovers. So your own energy represents you, And so really any types of, dealings, when the lover shows up in your spread, it usually means that any people, persons that you deal with, whomever they may be, whether it's, family members, romantic partners, or friends, you should be business partners, should be on the same level, okay? Same playing field, seeing eye to eye with one another. This card always represents a commitment to those people, also represents spending quality time with significant others. The lovers can pull in, not only form new business partnerships, but it could be romantic, can definitely be platonic. So when the lover shows up in your spread, you really shouldn't have any difficulty in terms of any interactions with other people during the week. Doesn't necessarily make it so, but it usually is that type of energy, okay? So you're getting along basically with everybody. Up next now we have the Ten of Axes. The Ten of Swords is in your spread here, Gemini. It simply means that there's something around you that's coming to an end, okay? Something new is about to open up. For any other Gemini, if it's not you, you could be planning some sort of future inpatient or outpatient surgical procedure. And I'm telling you now, it's going to be painful, but the Ten of Swords is always about recovery, okay? Last card that I have for you, Gemini, in the spread, we're going to finish off with the Ace of Jazz. Ace of Jazz is the Ace of Wands. So, yeah, something very fast coming in here. It's usually representing good news that may put a smile on your face. This card is the card of initiation. So you may initiate something new. It could be a new creative pursuit or creative hobby. Be inspired. Beginning stages of passion. That could be romantic. That could be anything related to your hobby, your creative energies. Writing, singing, dancing. Always an element of surprise also with the Ace of Wands. So something coming in very fast here for you, Gemini, that puts a smile on your face. All right, so here's the little additional messages that I'm going to use. This petite Lenormand that came, I purchased it with this deck because I was just curious about it. There's 2 males that I left in here in this deck and also 2 females. With Lenormand, you don't want to, you can't ever read these cards by themselves. They either have to be read in pairs or in a group, okay? But what I've been doing is, since I'm only selecting 3 cards here, Gemini, whatever card shows up here, I'll talk about it, but not necessarily give it any indication, because the other cards may give me more information to pull the story together for you. All right, so let's see what we come up with. And this is just a test run for me to see if I want to continue this energy, because I actually like Lenormand, okay, because they're more direct. Okay, so the very first card here for you that we're going to choose is a stork. Now, okay, to talk about the stork means flight. It could be that someone is taking flight. Someone could be traveling, okay? Someone could be traveling. Could be anything referring to, children, birth of a child. The next card up here, but the stork always, if it's the energy that relates to flight, there's always a return. They always return to where their destination is. Then okay, so someone could be in flight because there's some sort of commitment coming in. That could be a romantic partnership, or it could be a business partnership. See, the ring just doesn't simply mean some sort of romance. It could be any types of commitment involving another person. So that could be a business commitment. That could be a contract. Of course, it could be, someone coming together in terms of a marriage or engagement. But the stork here could be someone is in flight to make a commitment, okay? And let's see what the last card says. Yeah, okay. So the scythe is actually, maybe somebody is in flight to break off a commitment. because this scythe here cuts away. Could be someone in flight to finalize a divorce or finalize some sort of, remember the Ten of Wands, I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords is here. Something comes to an end around you, Gemini. So it could be cutting off some sort of commitment, and then you have to travel to actually maybe some sort of physical presence for you to be there to cut off some sort of commitment. So that's how I'm reading this energy here. Someone's flying or traveling. It's involving some sort of commitment that you may have been involved with or dealing with, and then it comes to an end here with the scythe. So cut off some sort of commitment. All right, so just remember, this is just me interpreting these messages here. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Gemini, I appreciate you. Welcome any new subscribers. I appreciate you as well. You guys be safe this week. Always come back to get more of these messages here from me, Gemini. Remain smiling, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.